All right, everyone. My name is Pascal Borel, and I'm talking to you from the Swiss mountains. Again, what's happening in the United States is the best that could happen. Even in my wildest, sweetest dreams, I would never have thought that it was going to be that quick. The audit that the President Donald John Trump is performing with the help of no less than Elon Musk is bringing to the surface the way the money laundering of various governments before them has been organized to steal the money of the people. And of course, you see a raise of opposition to their action from all the people that have been under the shower of money, of constant cash coming their way. And it's God bless America for doing the work, for doing what is absolutely necessary. And you have people which, again, have been under the money shower being organized over the last few decades. So people like, a judge, Mr. Paul Angel Meyer, Angel Master, the master of angels, it's crazy, who's been ordering the destruction of sensitive information, including paper, including servers at the US Treasury, so that Elon Musk and his team cannot uncover the way the taxpayer money has been used to bribe, has been used to get kickbacks to the politicians, to all the people around there. How can you explain that a lot of the politicians and Congress people in the US have, fortunes and have a net worth of 30, 50, 70, 120 millions when they earn like 200,000 a year? If you look at the performances of all those Congress people on the stock market in 2023, they're making better performances than the best hedge fund managers because they have all the inside information. So they pre-position themselves in order to not only take advantage of the taxpayer money, but also to take advantage of the inside information that they have on the market. And a federal judge, Paul Engelmeyer, is ordering the destruction, which is totally unlawful and anti-constitutional, of evidence at the US Treasury because Donald Trump has ordered Elon Musk to start the audit. But it goes further. You see a person like Elizabeth Warren, who's publicly making a speech saying, I quote, I have to read because it's so crazy. She says something like, the people do not have a right to know where all this money is going. We spend it how we see fit because we are the government. In other words, she's saying to you, you are our slaves. You work, but we get your money, and you have no say in the way we spend the money produced by your hard labor. It is insane. Slavery has been abolished more than 2 centuries ago. And yet, in a very hidden format, it's a comeback to slavery. And you accept it because you haven't been educated. I'm sorry to say, education, if given by your parents rather than the state schools and state universities, if you have access to your parents' education, you would be well armed to go into a conflict and to manage conflicts so that you don't. Conflict are not designed to destroy your opponent. It's designed to find a win-win deal, a level playing field that satisfies all parties. But we have forgotten that. And you accept Elizabeth Warren and all the Democrats. Well, it's not so only the Democrats, it's mostly the left wing who have enriched themselves in an obscene way over the last few decades, and you accept them to maintain you in slavery? This is insane. And now a quick word. We should, as I said, God bless America for what it is doing, not only for the US citizens, but for the entire world. Why am I saying this? It's because the USA is going to regain its economic power in no time at all. Because the US citizens are courageous people, they are hard workers, and they love to innovate, to be the best. And if you give them the platform that allows them to rebuild on very solid foundation, the skyscrapers, everything that they are, it will take no time at all for them to be again the blasting economic power that will rule the world. And thanks to them, because we are in their slipstream, and we're going to do the same thing. And in Europe, man, if you think the situation is better because you haven't had an audit of the government expenses for so long, man, don't get me wrong, in Europe it's much worse, but in the United States. And let me quote a few numbers that I've written down for you. The United Nations recommends all nations to allocate 0.7% of their RNB, GDP, name it the way you want, into public humanitarian actions, aid to development, and so forth and so forth. And they spend, the US, 0.22% of their GDP. They allocate 0.22 of the GDP to that. And it's pure money laundering for probably more than 80 and maybe more than 90% of all the money allocated. Now, in Europe, okay, you have people like the Norwegians, for example. They allocate 1.02 of their GDP to humanitarian aid, in inverted comma, as in to the laundering machine that washes whiter for the governments. And they organize the kickbacks, they organize the commission, the retrocessions and everything to the politicians, to all the people which are dishonest enough to abuse taxpayers' money. It is mind-blowing. In Norway, they come in the first, they are in the lead, first position. You have people like Germany, they allocate 0.64%. You have Switzerland, 0.43%. France, 0.47%. Canada, 0.32%. Are they a bit smarter? Or are they not quite as rich? Or are they a bit shy of, washing the money that way? And you have thousands of foundations like the Bill Gates Foundation, the Clinton Foundation, trusts, and all kind of structures which are just serving as a smoke screen. Is the tree that they put in your face so that you don't see the forest. And they are all of them a huge laundering machine like it's never been seen in the history of mankind. And again, God bless America for showing the way, because all the European countries which will still serve as laundering machine for the cash produced by the hard labor of citizens will have to die, I'm sorry to say, so that they can be reborn in the service of the citizens. And the reason why they'll be obliged is because once the US has regained its economic power, and that will take no time at all, it's a matter of a couple of years, if the Europeans don't wake up and do the same process in order to wash this obscenity, to drain the swamp of governments, they'll be out of the economy forever. I thank you for your kind and benevolent attention. Peace out.